Hey guys, welcome to my school vlog. This week I went to Scoop and cooked a big meal for myself. If you're interested, just keep watching. Hi friends, long time no see, and this is my outfit today. I cut my hair a bit and then I'm gonna go out. Since I hadn't eaten yet, I went to a small restaurant near Darling Harbour. I wanted to have some food and review my lessons for the afternoon, but actually I was here to do my homework. I procrastinated a lot. I always leave my work until the last minute. I have a full afternoon of classes today. My magazine design homework is still not finished. So first I watched the tutorial video from my teacher and then I started working on my magazine cover. Honestly, I'm still not used to the Australian accent. Sometimes in class, I need a few seconds to understand. Luckily, my teacher is so kind. She records a special video for us after every class, so even a slow learner like me can understand. For this project, I'm designing a magazine about vintage films like Quentin Tarantino and Alfred Hitchcock's movies. I'll make illustrations for 4 or 5 films. This will really help improve my sense. Maybe I can even use these skills for my video covers. I'll share my magazine with you guys later. After class, I found out the weather was super hot, so I went home, changed into a t-shirt and got ready to go shopping. The vegetable prices in Australia are crazy. 10 tiny asparagus cost $6 and the broccoli looked like it was the last one on earth. I picked some veggies and went to find yogurt. I love Chobani's sugar-free vanilla yogurt, and tomorrow I'll use it to make a yogurt bowl. The next morning, I put all my nuts into a jar. Then I started preparing my breakfast. I wanted to have a good meal today. I got mushrooms, bacon and cherry tomatoes ready. Now let's talk about vanilla yogurt. But I made a mistake. I bought the sweetened one. Sugar-free is always the best. Then I opened the fridge and saw my figs were about to expire. I quickly took them out. The first time I ate figs, I was so scared. After eating, my hands started hurting badly. Later I found out I was kind of like allergic to the skin. This time I was smart. I wore gloves. I added 2 spoons of nuts. Then I put strawberries and blueberries. Finally, I cut the fig. This is my beautiful and delicious yogurt bowl. Next, I stir-fried my vegetables. Look at this big piece of butter. After cooking, I fried my bacon, but I made a mistake. I didn't know bacon was already salty, so I added too much seasoning. It was way too salty. Well, at least my soft-boiled eggs was perfect. The meat was salty, but everything else was so delicious. Finally, I cut open a white bagel. I spread some yogurt mixed with strawberry jam, added a few blueberries, and my breakfast was done. Since coming here, I've always wanted to visit Scoop. I wanted to see how casual I can be in the store. So in the afternoon, I packed my things and went to the Bondi store. First, you write a number on the bag and then you can take as much as you want. I had 2 goals today. First, I wanted Australian nuts and granola for my yogurt bowls and maybe to bake some nut bars. Second, I needed chocolate. I've seen so many chocolate recommendations online, so I got a scoop of milk chocolate and a scoop of matcha chocolate. At checkout, I noticed the staff was really fast at packing. After leaving the store, I saw the bright blue ocean. Last time, someone told me it was pronounced Bondi. Oops, I didn't check before. Look at the clouds, so beautiful, but I didn't plan to get in the water. Across from the beach, we found an ice cream shop. Here, you can DIY your own ice cream. I chose caramel, strawberry and yogurt flavors. Well, it looks not bad. Then I added some toppings and paid. But after eating, guess what? My stomach started hurting, so my happy day ended in the bathroom. Alright friends, see you next time. Bye!